Have you ever felt like money slips through your fingers, no matter how careful you are? You budget, you plan, you save. And yet, just when you think you're a little ahead, something pulls you back. A bill you didn't expect, a car repair, a strange sense that despite your effort, abundance never quite sticks around. Most people blame the economy, or luck, or themselves. But what if the real issue isn't out there and it's not even you? What if it's your home quietly pushing money away, one overlooked habit at a time? This video isn't about superstition. It's about small physical patterns, things you see every day but stopped noticing long ago. A cluttered entryway, a broken lamp that still sits in the corner, a wallet filled with crumpled receipts. These don't seem like much, but energy doesn't speak in big dramatic signs. It listens to what you do when no one's watching. And right now, your home might be giving wealth a very mixed message. I'm not saying a clean house makes you rich. Life doesn't work that simply. But I am saying that your environment shapes your energy, and energy shapes opportunity. Think about it. If you walked into a home that felt heavy, dark, or disorganized, would you want to stay? Now imagine money walking through your front door. What would it feel? In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 5 surprisingly common habits that could be creating a silent blockade between you and the wealth you've worked so hard for. Some of them might be sitting in plain sight, and once you see them, you won't see your home the same way again. Let's begin where energy enters, your front door. Part 1, your front door feels like a storage room. There's a moment you probably don't think much about, the moment you walk through your front door. You juggle your keys, your bag, maybe the groceries. You kick off your shoes, drop your mail, and move on with your day. But in that exact moment, something else is happening, something quiet. Your home is receiving your energy and sending a message back. Your front door is more than wood and hinges. It's the space that stands between everything you face out in the world and the energy you want to live in. It's the transition point between public and private, between effort and rest, between chaos and calm. And yet for so many of us, it's become a dumping ground, piles of shoes, Amazon boxes that never made it to the recycling bin, a dying plant we meant to water last week, jackets slumped on chairs, maybe even a garbage bin tucked in the corner, waiting for a trip outside. And while it may feel harmless, normal, even, there's a weight there, a subtle heaviness, a kind of emotional noise that greets you before you even close the door. And here's the part we often miss. The more you walk through it, the more it becomes your emotional baseline. That heaviness turns into just how things are. That clutter becomes invisible, and what you stop noticing, you stop changing. People often think money is about numbers, budgets, earnings, hustle, and yes, those matter. But money is also about energy. It's about flow. And nothing disrupts energetic flow more quietly than a blocked, ignored, disrespected front door. Because when the space meant to welcome abundance is weighed down with old items and unfinished business, guess what? Abundance doesn't feel welcome. Think about the homes you've stepped into that made you feel instantly at ease. What did their entryway look like? Was it grand and luxurious? Probably not. More likely it was simple, clean, intentional, a soft rug, a warm light, maybe a faint scent of something green or wooden. But more than the objects, you felt a message: this space is cared for. And when a space is cared for, energy stays, and so does money. Here's the contradiction we live with. We set financial goals. We visualize success. We recite affirmations about abundance. But the first few square feet of our home say something entirely different. They say, "I don't have time to care," or "I'm too tired," or worse, "I've given up." And whether we notice it or not, energy listens. Not to what we say, but to what we do. Let me be clear. This isn't about fancy furniture or Instagram-worthy decor. This is about respect. This is about presence, about treating the very first step into your home as a space worth honoring, not just for guests, but for you. Imagine if every time you stepped into your house, you felt a little lighter, a little more grounded, a little more ready to receive. That subtle shift, that's the feeling money is drawn to. And then there's the just for now clutter. The donation box you meant to take last month, the winter boots you keep meaning to store, the umbrella stand no one ever uses. These small decisions become symbols of delay, of uncertainty, of mental fog, and energy gets stuck there waiting for you to decide. And while it waits, opportunity moves on. Try this simple reset. Stand at your front door, not walking through it, but really looking at it. If you were a stranger, what would you feel walking into that entrance? Does it say this space is awake? Or does it whisper this home is surviving? Does it reflect the version of you who's ready for more, or the one who's still cleaning up from yesterday? What matters most isn't size or design, it's intention. A clean doormat, a well-lit corner, a plant that's alive. These are not decorations. They are declarations. They say, I respect what enters here. I am ready to hold what stays. And money, just like any form of energy, knows where it's respected and where it's not. You don't have to believe in energy work to feel the difference between a cluttered doorway and a welcoming one. You've felt it before in other people's homes. Maybe even in your own past. And if you're honest with yourself, maybe you know this has been missing. That's okay. You can start now. Because the truth is, it doesn't matter how many budgets you build or how hard you work. If your front door says not yet, money will listen. It won't fight you. It'll just pass by, quiet as a breeze. But when your doorway becomes intentional, calm, and cared for, something begins to shift. Not just in your space, but in you. That's where the change starts. Not in your paycheck, not in your mindset, but in the few square feet where you take your first breath after coming home. So start there. Clear it, light it, bless it, and watch what flows through next. Part 2, broken items, old things that keep you stuck. There's a drawer in every home that holds things we meant to fix. A flashlight that doesn't turn on anymore. A pair of reading glasses with one arm missing. A kitchen gadget that hasn't worked right in months. We don't use them. We don't throw them out either. We just let them sit. Quiet, unmoving, waiting. Maybe we think we'll fix them someday. Maybe we just forget, but those objects aren't neutral. They're speaking constantly. And what they say deep down is, nothing changes here. Most people don't think twice about broken things in their home. A chipped mug still holds coffee. A wobbly chair still supports your weight. A clock that stopped at 2:47 months ago somehow still hangs on the wall. We tell ourselves it's no big deal. We're busy. We're practical. But the truth is, broken items carry more than dust. They carry stagnant energy, energy that reflects indecision, delay, and emotional clutter. And the more of them you keep around, the more that energy builds. Think about how you feel when you walk past something that needs fixing. Even if it's just for a second, there's a small drop in your mood, a sigh inside your chest, a subtle reminder that something's unresolved. Now multiply that feeling by every broken item in your home. Multiply it by the number of days, weeks, months you've ignored it. That's not just disrepair. That's a message broadcast constantly. I settle for less. I hold on to what no longer works. And here's where it gets deeper. The objects we choose to keep, even the broken ones, reflect our beliefs. Beliefs about money, about worth, about possibility. Holding on to a cracked vase or a dead curling iron might not seem like a big deal, but subconsciously it often reveals a story. I might need this someday. What if I can't afford a new one? What if nothing better comes? That story doesn't come from abundance, it comes from fear. And fear is exactly the energy that repels prosperity. Let's talk about money. Real, tangible money. It moves with clarity. It moves with trust. It does not respond well to confusion, chaos, or indecision. When you fill your space with broken, outdated, or malfunctioning things, you disrupt the natural current of flow. You build little dams in the river of your life. And suddenly, you wonder why everything feels stuck. Why new ideas don't come. Why opportunities slip through your fingers. Why you're always catching up, never moving forward. Now think back to the last time you threw something away, not just out of necessity, but with intention. Maybe it was a piece of clothing you never really liked. Maybe it was a cracked plate you finally decided to replace. Do you remember the feeling? There's a lightness, a sense of movement, of clearing space for something better. That feeling isn't random. That's energy releasing. That's permission being granted, not to the universe, but to yourself. What we keep, we choose, even passively. And every object in your home is a reflection of what you're allowing into your life. That old printer in the closet that hasn't worked in 3 years. It says, "I can't let go." That broken blender on the counter you still haven't tossed. It whispers, "I don't believe new things will come." We think we're being frugal, responsible, but often we're just reinforcing an old pattern of self-denial. This doesn't mean you have to throw everything away. It's not about being wasteful. It's about being intentional. If something is broken but still serves you, and you choose to keep it with care and clarity, fine. But if something no longer works, no longer functions, and no longer brings you peace, it's not just taking up space. It's taking up energy. And energy is the one thing you can't afford to waste if you want money to move freely in your life. There's also the emotional weight of the things we keep, just in case. That box of tangled cables, the drawer of old chargers, the broken phone screen, the things you think you might fix but never do. These items represent postponed decisions, delayed action, and when you live surrounded by delayed energy, you start to feel stuck, financially, emotionally, even physically. You move slower, you feel heavier. Life becomes a series of maybes instead of movement. It's time to shift that. Start small. Pick up one thing in your home that's broken. Don't ask yourself if you'll fix it. Ask yourself this instead. Is this helping me become who I want to be? If the answer is no, then let it go with gratitude, not guilt. Thank it for its use, for its time, and for showing you what you no longer need. Then notice what happens next. You may find that clarity follows, that something new appears, a fresh idea, a surprise check, a good conversation that leads to a breakthrough. Because once the energy starts moving, life moves with it. And when life moves, so does money. What's most powerful is this. The decision to release what's broken isn't about the object. It's about your relationship with possibility. It's about signaling to yourself and to whatever higher power you believe in that you are no longer afraid of the empty space, that you trust something better will fill it, that you believe in the flow of giving and receiving, that you are done living in a holding pattern. So the next time you walk past that cracked lamp or glance at that broken drawer, pause, don't ignore it. Don't tell yourself you'll deal with it later. Ask yourself what kind of energy it's holding. Ask what kind of story it's reinforcing. And then ask, very simply, do I still want this to be true? Because nothing changes until something moves. And sometimes that something is as simple as letting go of what no longer works. Part 3, your wallet, a home too messy for money. You carry it every day. You toss it on the kitchen counter. You dig through it at checkout lines. You probably don't think much about it. But your wallet, the place that holds your money, is telling a story. The question is it telling the story you want it to? Open your wallet right now. What do you see? Crumpled receipts from weeks ago, expired gift cards, old insurance cards, a corner that's peeling, stitching coming loose, random coins rattling around with little meaning. Most people don't see a problem. It's just a wallet. It still works. It holds the basics. But if you look closer, there's something more powerful happening. Your wallet has become a reflection of your relationship with money. We often talk about money in abstract terms, budgets, goals, savings. But money is also a very physical presence in our lives. And just like you wouldn't feel welcome in a messy, disorganized room, money doesn't stay where it's not respected. A chaotic wallet sends a silent but clear message. Money isn't important enough to care for. And that energy doesn't go unnoticed. This isn't about luxury or brand names. A wallet doesn't have to be expensive to carry respect. It needs to be intentional, clean, functional, cared for. The way you treat the space that holds your money is the way you treat money itself. And money responds to that. Not with drama, but with distance. Imagine for a moment that money is a guest, a friend, someone who supports you, feeds your dreams, opens doors. How would that friend feel walking into the space you've given them? Would they feel seen or forgotten, respected or neglected? It may sound symbolic, but energy is rarely loud. It doesn't shout. It whispers in the way we handle the details, and those details shape the outcome. Now think about this. How do you feel every time you open your wallet? Do you feel grounded? clear, empowered, or do you feel flustered, cluttered, disorganized? Your emotions create patterns. If your wallet makes you feel overwhelmed or guilty or tired, those are the emotions you are attaching to your financial experience. And over time, they shape your beliefs, and those beliefs shape your results. Money doesn't just want to be counted. It wants to be understood. It wants to feel safe. When your wallet is scattered, dirty, overloaded with things you haven't touched in months, that disorder is not neutral. It becomes the energetic tone for how you attract, spend, and retain money. Let's bring it back to something deeply human. Many people keep things in their wallet that reflect old stories. A loyalty card from a store that closed years ago. A photo of someone who's no longer in their life. A coupon that expired last season. We hold onto these things not because they serve us, but because they remind us of what we've already lost. And when your wallet becomes a space of the past, it makes very little room for the future. It's not just about objects, it's about identity. The way your wallet looks, feels, and functions is a living extension of how you see yourself in relation to money. If you keep it tucked in the bottom of your bag, torn and ignored, there is a message in that too. I don't want to face this. But when you take a moment to organize it, to treat it like a sacred container instead of a catch-all, something subtle but powerful starts to shift. Here's what that shift looks like. You clean out the old receipts. You remove cards you no longer need. You wipe it down, maybe even replace it with something that feels more like you now, not who you were 5 years ago. You lay your cash flat, facing the same direction. You keep it simple, spacious, clear. And then, without trying, you begin to feel more in control, more present, more able to face your finances with calm instead of avoidance. This shift isn't superficial. It's a signal to yourself, to the energy around you, that says, I am ready to relate to money with clarity and care. And from there, money begins to respond, maybe not all at once, but in small, almost imperceptible ways. You start finding solutions more easily. You spend more mindfully. You begin to attract opportunities that feel aligned. Because you've stopped treating money like a burden and started treating it like a relationship. Some of the most financially stable people don't talk about their money much. But if you watch them, they handle it with quiet precision. They know where things are. They don't crumple bills or toss them in a drawer. Their wallets are organized, not because they are obsessive, but because they've learned that how you treat money matters. It creates a pattern, and patterns create results. The wallet is where that pattern begins, not in your bank account, not in your spreadsheets, but in the everyday moments when you reach for it, open it, carry it. Is that experience grounding you or draining you? So what do you do now? You take a moment, you clear it out, be ruthless, but also gentle. Let go of what doesn't serve you, make space for what matters. Choose a wallet that feels right for where you are now, not what you settled for, not what was handed down, but what reflects your values, your presence, your respect for the energy of money. And then carry it like it matters, because it does. Every time you reach for it, you are making a statement about who you are, how you relate to abundance, and what you are ready to receive. You don't have to say affirmations if they don't feel real yet. But you can act in alignment with the version of you who feels worthy of wealth. And that version of you doesn't treat money like an afterthought. She treats it with care, with grace, with presence. Start there, quietly, intentionally, because sometimes the first place abundance is waiting to return to is the small leather space sitting at the bottom of your bag. Part 4, the kitchen flame that can't hold fire. There's something deeply human about the kitchen. It's where warmth lives, where food is made, where people pause and connect, even in silence. But there's one spot in the kitchen that often goes unnoticed, even though it quietly controls more than we realize: the stove. And when that stove isn't placed with intention, when the fire it holds is unstable or misaligned, something subtle but powerful starts to unravel. Not just in your home, but in your finances. Let's start with something simple. Fire is energy, it's movement, it's transformation. It takes raw things, ingredients, ideas, emotions, and turns them into something new. Food, warmth, nourishment. And in many traditions, including the quiet wisdom of home energy work, the stove is seen as the heart of the home's abundance. Not because of superstition, but because of rhythm, ritual, repetition. What happens around your stove happens often, daily, sometimes 3 times a day, and what repeats shapes the tone of your space. Now here's the part we often miss: when that fire is unstable, so is everything it touches. A stove jammed between 2 windows, constantly exposed to drafts, that's a fire that can't settle. A stove directly facing the front door, that's energy leaking the second it's created. A stove next to the bathroom, that's fire and water clashing, 2 forces meant to balance each other, now locked in quiet conflict. These placements aren't just architectural quirks, they're messages, and your home, like your life, is always listening. Think of your kitchen like a nervous system. When the stove is out of alignment, it's like the signal gets scrambled. The heat rises, but the energy doesn't stay. Meals are cooked, but not remembered. Time is spent, but not savored. And more often than not, money comes in, but leaves just as quickly. You can feel it even if you can't explain it. That sense of working hard but not moving forward, of having enough but never quite feeling safe. This isn't about remodeling. Most people can't move their kitchen, and you don't have to. What matters is how you respond to the space you already live in, because energy is not about perfection, it's about awareness, respect, adjustment. You can calm a restless fire without tearing down walls. Sometimes all it takes is a shift in attention. Start with observation. What's around your stove? Is it clean? Not just from a hygiene perspective, but energetically clean. Are there sharp objects aimed at it? Mirrors reflecting it? Is the flame itself steady or flickering? These are the small details that carry big messages. A stove that's crowded, dusty, or treated like an afterthought doesn't just affect the meals. It affects the mood, the momentum, the money. Now take it deeper. What does your stove represent in your life, not in theory, but in practice? Do you use it with care or only out of necessity? Do you light it with presence or rush through the process like it's a chore? Every time you cook, you're interacting with fire, the element that fuels progress. And if that interaction is filled with stress, clutter, or disconnect, the fire dims, and so does your inner spark. Let's talk about imbalance. Maybe your kitchen is technically beautiful, but it always feels cold or chaotic. Maybe you've noticed arguments often happen while cooking, or you avoid that space altogether. These are not random occurrences. They are signals. Your kitchen may look fine, but energetically the flame is unstable. And when fire is unstable, prosperity has nowhere to land. The good news is fire responds fast. Unlike other elements, it doesn't take long to shift. It doesn't require years of healing or big external change. It simply needs space, attention, ritual. You can start tonight by clearing the stove, lighting a small candle beside it, and saying quietly, "This is where I hold my abundance. This is where I feed it." It sounds simple, and it is, but it's not trivial. It's energy tuning. If your stove faces a bathroom or front door and you can't move it, create a buffer, a small plant, a fabric curtain, a soft visual block. These aren't decorative gimmicks, they are energetic filters. They soften the clash, calm the space, and signal to your home, "I see the imbalance, I'm taking care of it." You can also nourish the kitchen by how you treat it day to day. Keep it clean, not sterile, but loved. Use the stove regularly, not just for reheating, but for creating, even if it's a simple meal, especially if it's a simple meal. Play soft music, light incense, open the window to let yesterday out. These gestures aren't extra, they are foundational. They remind the space, and you, what the kitchen is for, not just feeding the body, but feeding the flow. There's a reason so many ancient traditions tied wealth to the hearth. When the fire is tended, prosperity follows. Because fire doesn't just warm the room, it expands the spirit. But when fire is left to flicker in confusion, its gifts go unused. They scatter, they leave. Take a breath and ask yourself, how does my kitchen feel? Not how it looks, but how it feels at 6 p.m. when you're tired and the house is buzzing with leftover thoughts from the day. Is it chaotic or calm? Does it support you or drain you? The answers you find there may tell you more about your relationship with money than any spreadsheet ever will. Because in the end, wealth doesn't begin with numbers, it begins with warmth. With the flame that holds your daily rituals, with how you nourish yourself and those around you. When that fire is steady, the world responds. And what you create at the stove quietly echoes through your entire home. So the next time you light the burner, do it with reverence, not for the meal, not for the tradition, but for the message, because your kitchen doesn't just cook your food, it cooks your future. Part 5, the mirror that reflects the wrong future. You probably don't think much about your mirrors. You hang them where they fit, where the light is good, where they open up the room. But mirrors are more than just glass and frame. They reflect light, yes, but they also reflect energy. And depending on where they're placed, they might be reflecting something else entirely, your future, of course. Think about it. A mirror doesn't just show what's in front of it, it doubles it, it amplifies it, and that can be a gift or a problem. A mirror reflecting sunlight into a dim hallway, that's flow, that's brightness. But a mirror facing your front door, that's energy and opportunity bouncing right back out. You might not see it in the moment, but over time, things start to feel off, like you keep trying but nothing sticks, like luck shows up but never stays, like money enters then disappears without explanation. You start to wonder why it all feels so hard. Now imagine this, every time good energy tries to enter your home, it hits the front door and immediately hits a mirror. Before it has a chance to settle, it's turned around, not by choice, just by placement. The energy doesn't argue, it just leaves, and the worst part, you don't even realize it's happening. You just feel the echo, the confusion, the fatigue, the sense that you're doing everything right but getting nowhere. But it's not just about the front door. Mirrors that reflect chaos, like cluttered countertops, dirty sinks, laundry piles, are doubling that energy too. They don't mean to, they just respond. Mirrors aren't opinionated, they simply obey. They reflect whatever they are shown, and in doing so they either support the life you're building or quietly undermine it. What's even more overlooked? The condition of the mirror itself, cracks, dust, warped glass. Each of these flaws distorts what's being reflected, and by extension distorts your perception of your own life. You may not feel it in a single moment, but energy accumulates. Over time, distorted reflections lead to distorted focus. You stop seeing clearly, you doubt your path, you feel out of sync and can't explain why. We tend to think of mirrors as neutral, but in reality they're active, they participate. And when they are placed without intention, they reflect without care. That's not something to fear, but it is something to notice. This matters even more in emotional spaces, like your bedroom. A mirror reflecting your bed, especially at night, can cause restlessness, interrupted sleep, even tension in relationships. Why? Because the energy doesn't settle, it bounces, and rest requires stillness. But when your space keeps echoing your own presence back at you, especially when you're trying to let go, it's like the room refuses to rest. And then there's the bathroom mirror. This one might seem innocent. After all, everyone needs one. But when the mirror becomes the place where you critique, compare, or punish your reflection, its energy changes. It becomes a space of judgment, not presence. And over time, that shapes how you see yourself and how you let yourself be seen. So what do? You become intentional. You walk through your home and ask honestly, what are my mirrors reflecting? Light, clarity, growth, or clutter, chaos, and old habits I've outgrown. You don't have to remove every mirror. You don't have to believe in energy work to sense when something feels off. Your body knows, your mood knows, your results know. If a mirror faces the front door, try covering it partially. Angle it differently. Add a plant or a soft textile nearby to redirect the energy. If it reflects the bathroom or a pile of things waiting to be dealt with, consider what it's doubling and whether that's what you want more of. And if a mirror is cracked, dusty, or damaged, clean it or let it go. Not because of superstition, but because of symbolism. You deserve to see yourself and your future clearly. And when you look in the mirror, do it with a different kind of presence. Not just to check your hair or your outfit, but to connect. To remind yourself, this is who I am today, and this is who I'm becoming. Let the reflection be honest, but also kind. Let it be a pause, not a judgment. A moment of alignment, not comparison. Because your mirror is more than a surface. It's a conversation. One that happens every single day, whether you realize it or not. And that conversation shapes how you carry yourself into the world. Here's something to consider. What if your future is already trying to reach you, but it keeps getting reflected back? Not because you're doing something wrong, but because your space hasn't made room for it yet. That's what mirrors do. They send messages, they magnify, and they wait patiently for us to notice what they are showing. So take a moment tonight. Turn on a soft light. Look at your mirrors, not just into them, but around them. Are they reflecting a life that feels open, calm, and true, or one that feels scattered, tense, and tired? The answer will speak for itself. And if you decide to shift just one thing, angle, location, cleanliness, it will be enough. Not to fix everything, but to start something, to send a new message, to say, I see where the reflection has been wrong, and I'm ready to see something better. Because sometimes the most powerful change starts not in your job, your income, or your habits, but in what you're quietly showing yourself every single day. So maybe you've walked through your front door 1,000 times and never noticed the quiet heaviness waiting by the shoes. Maybe you've lived beside broken things for months, convincing yourself they didn't matter. Maybe your wallet has been filled with things that no longer serve you. Maybe your kitchen's warmth flickers without support. Maybe your mirrors have been reflecting back a version of your life you didn't mean to choose. But now you see it. That's the shift. Because when it comes to the energy of a home and the energy of money, it's rarely about how hard you're working. It's about how much your space is working with you or quietly against you. And here's the truth, the one no one teaches us growing up. Money doesn't only live in banks, it lives in behavior, in spaces, in the silent messages we send every single day, the way we care for our entrance, the items we keep just in case, the way we treat the vessel that carries our money, the fire we cook over, the image we reflect back to ourselves. All of it speaks, all of it matters. But here's the beauty of energy, it's forgiving. It moves the moment you do. You don't need a perfect home. You don't need expensive tools. You just need presence, care, willingness, and the quiet decision to say, I'm ready for something better. If you've made it this far, thank you, from the deepest place in me that honors your journey. I know these changes aren't loud, they're not flashy, but they are powerful. They begin on the outside and ripple gently inward. May your home feel lighter, may your space feel clearer, and may money, the kind that stays, the kind that supports you without fear, feel safe enough to return. Because you are ready, your home is ready, and the next chapter starts here, right here. Thank you for watching. I'm so deeply grateful you spent this time with me. Take a breath and let abundance in.